everyone, my name is Kojo Mojo, and today I'm going to be making a yogurt cake for the microwave. And I decided to go with a strawberry one because those are good. And what you'll be needing is an entire box of cake mix, and I'm using strawberry because this is going to be into a Kirby cake. And then you're going to need 3 eggs, and then 3 ounces of yogurt. 8 ounces of yogurt. Yeah. And then you'll need some stuff to decorate with. So I'm going to show you how to make a microwave yogurt cake. First off, you get your cake mix and your mixer. And you're just going to pour your cake mix in there. And then you're going to add your eggs. And then you're going to need to beat this for a little while. So I'm just going to let this stir for a minute. So the next part you're going to do is you're going to add 3 8-ounces of your yogurt. And I couldn't find any 8 ounces at the store, so I got a 32 ounce. So if you need to buy one of these bigger ones, you just need to add 3 cups. Get this turned off so we can function. Ooh, that looks good. You might need a rubber scraper at this point. I am glad I know how my kitchen functions. Here's cup number 2. It's getting messy, but it's going to taste delicious when I'm done. Alrighty, there's your 3 cups. But that wasn't a full 3 cups, so I'm going to just put the rest of this in here. And you don't need the oil for the cake mix because this is a good stand for it. Can't think of the word right now, which is usually what happens when I start filming, is I forget how to do stuff. That should be it. And then we're going to start mixing this again. Alright, once it's actually stirred, you might want to check it every now and then just to make sure. Yep, that's not even stirred all the way. That's why I'm going to do this. And I'm sorry about all the background noise because my mom actually runs a daycare and hers is the only kitchen I can actually use because it's big enough. And with all the right kind of utensils I need. Because yes, I still live at home with my mom and everything. And you barely have enough time to record, so that's why I don't really do very much for YouTube right now because of how much noise there actually is. But I'm usually quite loud myself, so hopefully you can hear me over everything else. If not, I might have to add subtitles. I am making a mess, I'm making a mess, I burst into song because I'm making a mess. Alright. Go ahead and let this stir some more. It's not fully stirred yet. Of course, you'll be very tempted to actually lick everything. Trust me, I go through that a lot. Alright, that should be it. It's fairly easy. Alright, the next thing you need is a bundt cake mold, but I don't own any. So I'm improvising with a microwavable bowl with a jar in the middle. Which it usually works most of the time, depending on how big the jar is and how big the bowl is. So once you get your mix done, you're going to evenly spread the batter around your jar, making sure it doesn't move that much, which mine is. So I'm just gonna slowly add the rest to make sure none of it moves anymore. And you gotta make sure you really clean out the bowl just to make sure you get everything in there. And it's okay if you leave at least a couple of licks in there. You gotta taste it every now and then, now don't you? That's my favorite part, is actually licking the bowl afterwards. So what you're going to do next is you're going to put it in the microwave for 12 minutes. Depending on the power of microwave. If it is a microwave that is 1100 watts, you may have to check your doneness in the meantime. But I'm just going to put this in here for about 12 minutes. And we're just going to let that go. Next thing we're going to do, since this is Kirby and everything, we're going to cut some marshmallows in half so that we have his hands and his feet. Alrighty, so I have myself a cutting board here, and I am just going to open my delicious strawberry marshmallows. And see, they're not that big, but that's why I want to cut them in half like this, so that I can make them a little bit bigger. And see, that makes the perfect size right there. And there's for his feet. We're going to get another one for his hands. And there we go. That one you have to cut in half like that. So there are his hands and feet. Fairly easy, right? Okay, so the cake is now done, and I let it cool for a few minutes. As you can see, I removed the jar in the middle so I can get it out more easily. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a plate, or in this case a pizza pan, and you're going to put it over your cake and flip it. And you're just gonna gently shake it and prod it, and hopefully it comes out. I might have not used enough cooking spray. Alright, so apparently I didn't use enough like cooking spray, so I'm going to try my best to try and get this out so it'll go on easily. If not, I'll just fill in the holes and cracks with frosting, because that usually works. Frosting fixes everything most of the time. Alright, so that's as clean as I can get that. And you're just gently, ever so gently, going to move this to your center, like that. It's still a little hot, because it takes a while for it to cool, that's for sure. So now we're going to frost it, and that's going to be super fun. So, alrighty, so now we're going to start frosting it. To make the frosting a little more softer, we're going to put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And as you can see, I actually put frosting on the marshmallows so that they wouldn't stick anywhere, because, well, that's always the fun part, is when it starts sticking everywhere. So, when your frosting is actually done in the microwave, you're going to pull it out, and oh look, it's all soft and gooey and all sorts of fun. So I'm just going to stir this until it's like really soupy and soft. You might have to put it in for another few seconds depending on what kind of texture you're looking for. So far it's not to that texture yet. You want it soft enough so that it's spreadable and doesn't rip the cake apart. So I'm going to put it in for another 15 seconds. Now, let's see. Top of Kirby's head's probably going to be here, so... Alrighty, let's give this another stir. Oh yeah, that's better. That's way better. And I don't have any like cake spatulas very much, so I'm just using a normal butter knife because it works. But we're just going to start pouring this all over our cake. Ooh, that's delicious looking. This is the fun part where you're going to make a mess. That should be good. There's our lovely base. And we're going to start adding the hands and the feet. So you're just going to stick these on right there. Hopefully they don't slide much from the frosting that's now liquid. Whoop. Marshmallow's not cooperating. And there we go. Now, we're going to use some black frosting gel that I actually picked up, and I'm going to just gently start making the eyes. And we'll go ahead and give him like angry eyebrows. This actually works quite well because it's fun. And there's our little Kirby. Well, that is actually how you make a microwave yogurt cake, and it's fairly easy to do. If you want, alright, so that's all I have for today, and if you want the actual recipe and the instructions on how to do it, they will be in the description below. And I will also leave the ingredients, like what you'll be needing, in the description also. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you'd like to leave a comment or just like the video, that's okay. And don't forget to subscribe.